An earthquake is a sudden phenomenon. Seismologists, geologists who study earthquakes, have no way of knowing exactly when or where the next one will hit. Earthquakes occur along fault lines, cracks in the Earth's crust caused by shifting tectonic plates. Many of these fault lines have been mapped across the world. But some areas remain uncharted, such as the Sichuan province in China, where the devastating earthquake of May 12, 2008 took place.
We don't know what makes an earthquake start today instead of yesterday. We also don't know what makes it stop, and that's what controls the size of the earthquake.
Prediction is made more difficult by the high number of earthquakes each year.
You don't want me to predict every earthquake. There's going to be 50 in California today. You want me to predict which of the 35,000 we record each year is the one or two large enough to do some damage. And really what we want to do is really predict just the one that happens every 5 or 10 years that does a lot of damage.
Scientists have had more success predicting aftershocks, additional quakes along connected fault lines, which follow an initial earthquake. Other areas of study include measuring changes in the electromagnetic fields surrounding fault lines, which change just before an earthquake, emitting lights in the process.
If it were dark here, we would start seeing little flashes of light forming along the edges of these rocks. They could become luminous phenomena known as earthquake lights that can happen before earthquakes, during earthquakes, and also during the aftershock series.
So, while prediction remains a non-exact science, major advances have been made in preparing for earthquakes. The better-known and most active fault lines, such as the San Andreas Fault in California, are now monitored by seismologists. A system called nowcasting uses instruments buried deep underground to measure tremors as they move up the fault lines. This technique gives cities such as Los Angeles several vital minutes warning of an impending earthquake.
You hook this up to your elevator and have your elevator move to the nearest floor and open the doors so people weren't trapped for the next few days after the power goes out. You could shut down critical computer facilities. We could also be stopping any rail lines. We could be flashing messages up on freeways, earthquake coming, slow down.
Despite advances in engineering, construction, and seismology, we may never be able to predict earthquakes until right before they happen. But perhaps that will be enough time after all.